I'm going to be honest, I really struggled with the recent lockdown that we had here in the UK. It wasn't something that I expected, and I don't think it was anything that any of us really expected. However, I've got to be honest, I think where a lot of people made particular goals to get super healthy, super lean, or use all that extra time to do a lot more with themselves, I just found the complete opposite. I had all of these goals at the start of lockdown, and none of them came to fruition. And admittedly, I really struggled as a result. I found that work became really hard. I really struggled with some of the problems that we were all facing as a result of the biggest changes in recent times. And the change in our day-to-day routine completely threw me off my track. I felt like I put on loads of weight, my mind became really foggy, I just didn't feel the usual happy, positive, optimistic person that I've always been. And admittedly, this got me a little bit down, and I didn't feel like I was really achieving anything that made me feel particularly happy. And I lost a lot of enthusiasm for a lot of the things that I've always really enjoyed. The gyms were closed, so my workout routine just went by the by. It was easy to eat junk. It was easy to lay about and do not a lot outside of work because we couldn't really go anywhere. And with the little time that we were allowed to go outside, I didn't really feel like I utilised it to my benefit. And I've got to be honest, I was one of the people that really struggled during lockdown, and I feel like I went backwards rather than forwards. So why am I saying all of this? This isn't like a confessional video. I haven't done this to kind of get sympathy, but I feel like I've used it as a way of being able to show that I want to try something different going forwards. Now, what I've decided to do for the month of August is change things quite a bit. Now, if you're anything like me and you also struggled during lockdown, perhaps you put on a few extra pounds or a few more than pounds, perhaps kilograms or perhaps even stone, then I hope you can join me on the same journey. What I want to do is try and clean up my act a bit, exercise more, eat better, hydrate myself more, and try to think about things from a more organic, starting afresh type of idea. So what I've decided to do is change several things in my daily routine and my daily habits to try to end this lockdown period on a bit of a higher note than it has been so far. Now, I'm going to do this with the aid of Onnor Coffee. Now, the reason for this is that I've tried this before and I really enjoy the fact that it helps clean my mind up a little bit. Now, there's two coffees that I'm going to be using, the Instant Genius coffee and the Ground Genius coffee. Now, the reason that I want to try this, and I know full well that people have got their own viewpoints on nootropic coffees, smart coffees, and all of these sort of takes on perhaps what we all know and love. But I do believe that this is going to be a key ingredient to helping me out. So what I'm going to try to do is replace 2 of my coffees a day with one of these. Now, it may well be that when I've got a bit more time, I'll use my Ground Genius coffee in the morning, and I might even use my Instant Genius coffee throughout the day. Now, I'm not going to completely change my coffee intake, but I am going to replace my main ones with the nootropic coffee. The reason being, this actually is meant to develop your mind a little bit. It's meant to, give you a bit more clarity and focus, and the nootropics are meant to stimulate your mind and help you think clearer and act a bit more decisively. I'm also going to be changing my diet. Now, I'm not vegetarian, I love eating meat, but I do want to try and go a bit more plant-based over the month of August. So I'm going to try and remove as much as I can of animal products from my diet and try to go as organic as possible. I also want to try and increase my exercise again so that when the gyms finally reopen here in Wales, which by the sound of things is going to be a fair way off, I should be raring to go again. Now, what I'm hoping to get from this is a bit of a clearer mind. I want to feel a bit more energetic and a bit more positive and optimistic, and I want to be able to think more clearly and feel better in myself. And I think this is a really difficult part of changing your routines. Because we had to change so many of these in recent times, I feel like I struggled with that change of routine. But I do also know that with a little bit of dedication, you can get back on track with anything that you need to, so long as you put the right amount of effort in. So I'm hoping that with the help of Onnor Coffee throughout the month of August, and with the improvements in my diet and in my physical activity again, I'm hoping to feel significantly better by the end of it. So if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to Coffee with GPA. Help me get through the next month. Leave me your comments. If you want to take part as well, let me know that you're doing this. And in the links below, there's also the links to all of the Onnor Coffee range, just to see if you can do something very similar. Now, I'm doing this now because we've got about a week to go until August starts, so I'm trying to get myself mentally prepared. But please join me on this slightly more beneficial journey over the next 4 weeks. Subscribe to the channel, keep watching the videos and show me your support, because I think I'm going to need it over the next month to try and get myself back on track. But I really hope that with the changes I'm going to be making and with the help of Onnor Coffee, I should be able to get through the month and start September with a whole new mind. So thanks for watching this today. I hope you're all keeping well and staying safe, and I can't wait to see you in the coming weeks for all the updates on coffeewithgpa.com. See you all soon.